The town's police department had a problem. Not a major one, just a strange one. For nearly 6 months, dispatchers occasionally received radio transmissions from an officer who didn't exist. The voice always appeared on Channel 6, an old backup frequency rarely used anymore. At first, everyone assumed it was interference. Radio systems picked up strange signals all the time, but the transmissions were oddly specific. The voice would call in locations, street corners, parking lots, abandoned buildings. Sometimes it reported suspicious activity. Sometimes it simply said, "Check the alley behind Maple Street." Then the transmission would end. No badge number, no identification, nothing. Most officers ignored it. Until one night, at 1:12 a.m., the mystery voice transmitted again. Unit needed, South Warehouse District, red shipping container. The dispatcher rolled her eyes. Another fake call, but an officer nearby decided to check anyway. The warehouse district was mostly empty. A collection of rusting buildings and storage yards. He found the container immediately. Red, exactly as described. The door was slightly open. Inside was a missing teenager who had disappeared 3 days earlier. Alive, bound, terrified. The discovery changed everything. Now every transmission was taken seriously. Over the following months, the voice led police to 3 more victims. All alive, all missing persons, none able to explain how they got where they were found. The media got hold of the story. They called the unknown speaker the ghost officer. Police hated the nickname, but it stuck. Investigators became obsessed with identifying whoever was using Channel 6. The transmissions couldn't be traced. They lasted only seconds, always too brief, always gone before technicians could pinpoint the source. Then one night, the voice said something different. Something that chilled everyone listening. "You're looking at the wrong person." Dispatch immediately responded. "Identify yourself." Silence. Then, check the old bridge camera footage. The signal vanished. Detectives reviewed hours of traffic footage from a bridge crossing the river. At first they found nothing. Then they spotted a vehicle connected to an active missing person case. A black SUV. The registered owner was a respected local businessman, someone who had already been interviewed and cleared. Now detectives dug deeper. The man's timeline began to unravel. Search warrants followed. Evidence surfaced. Then more. Eventually, investigators linked him to multiple disappearances spanning nearly 8 years. The arrests made national headlines. Families finally received answers. But one question remained. Who was the voice? The businessman denied sending transmissions. The rescued victims didn't know. Technical experts couldn't determine where the broadcasts originated. Then, during the investigation, an older detective remembered something. Years earlier, a patrol officer named Ethan Cole had been working several of the same disappearances. He became convinced the cases were connected. His supervisors disagreed. The evidence wasn't there. The investigation stalled. Months later, Ethan disappeared. His patrol car was found abandoned near the river. His body was never recovered. The case remained unsolved. When investigators reviewed archived radio recordings from before Ethan vanished, they made an unsettling discovery. The mystery voice on Channel 6 sounded remarkably similar to him. Not identical, but close enough to raise eyebrows. Experts couldn't confirm it. They couldn't rule it out either. Officially, the source of the transmissions remains unknown. The case was closed. The victims were found, the suspect convicted, and Channel 6 was eventually retired. Yet dispatchers still tell stories.